What other instruments do you play that
Well,
you make sound? Your main instrument is a didgeridoo, am I?
Yeah,
or
my
just
main
being assuming?
is ditch. I do vocals as well, and I try to pick up taalharpa again. But what I really like is to make to build my own small, simple instruments. There's also like a trend now with cigar box guitars, like from cigar box and a broomstick, that you can make a guitar, and you have a slide guitar, a blue slide guitar made from a cigar box. I love projects like that.
Okay.
So there's also a band from Kinshasa, Congo, Staff Benabilili, and there's this guy, this tin can and a piece of wood from an old bed and a steel cable wire thingy, so that you have like a resonator here from the tin can, and you can adjust the tension of the wire by bending the stick a bit, so you get a sound like ding 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 ding. That's everything. And this guy is really very good on that tin can with the stick with a piece of metal wire.
Why? Okay, so you play interesting instruments that you like to make yourself.
Yeah.
You play the didgeridoo and do vocals. Any other instruments, like something like a guitar or something? Less?
Yeah, I know a bit of guitar. There's also another homemade instrument. It's Mongolian igil, which is maybe you've seen bands like Humur too. They're from Mongolia, and they have these very nice suits, and they have these box-like violin kind of instruments, and the strings are made of horsehair traditionally, and they sound very nice. They sound, totally different than a normal violin, and that's also something that I like. So I built that as well, and try a bit of that. So I got a tremendous load of instruments that I can just play a bit.
Okay.
So I have like a vast array of instruments that I can play a bit, and my main is like the
didgeridoo,
the ditch vocals, a bit of guitar, but it's really not up to scratch, and a lot of weird ethnic stuff.
Speaking of weird ethnic stuff, you're not a weird ethnic. Well, you are a bit of a weird ethnic guy. Where does your attraction to the weird ethnic stuff come from? Because you don't play what is considered traditional Western instruments. Then.
No, it's well. Actually, the taalharpa is a Western
well,
instrument.
this is true.
But
yes.
I
Take that one back. Yes.
Originally, it was the didgeridoo I got from a movie. I forgot the name of it.
Crocodile Dundee.
No. No, it was a.
No, I couldn't resist that one.
It was a movie with Richard Chamberlain, I believe, and it was about Aboriginals, but the you could hear the instrument in the movie music, but you never saw the instrument itself. And I thought, wow, that's such a cool sound. What is it?
Yeah.
And I didn't know that.
And how old
it was
were you when you heard this?
I think
like a kid.
7 or 8.
Okay. Okay.
So it was like, what is this? This was before internet.
Yeah.
You couldn't like, oh, okay, and blah, okay. So I had to discover this myself, and I went on vacation to England, and I heard that sound again, like, that sound, who is making that sound? And there was someone around the corner in the street playing like this big wooden tube, which is called a didgeridoo. What is that instrument? This is a didgeridoo. I was like, okay, now I know what it looks like. Now I can like, okay, I have a name, and like, yeah, do my bit of research and figure out how to make one.
You made one?
Yeah, I made my first ditch I made from bamboo. So it just punch through the sections in the center. Put a piece of wax, a bit of wax on one end, and then start training the circular breathing technique, etc.
I was always impressed that whole circular breathing sort of thing, because that's in itself hard to learn.
Well, it's not really hard once you realize that it is something that is physically possible. Of course, it's physically possible. Otherwise, people wouldn't be able to do it. But
you've got superpowers.
You have to do this. Make this sound and sniff in air, and you have to do that at the same time. But if you can generate this sound,
can you do that?
if you can do clapping my hands and make this sound at the same time, or sniffing and snapping my fingers at the same time, then I can also do this at the same time.
Ooh.
Which is basically the bridge that makes circular breathing possible.
Can you do that? I can't do that.
What?
Clap my hands and sniff at the same time.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
okay, so that's the.
And suddenly you go. So that's basically what you do for like 1 hour on end, and then people go like, "Yay!" Yes, I've just been doing like for an hour. Yay!
But you also have to learn which holes to cover or something.
Like doing a big raspberry at your audience, and they're applauding for it. It's just brilliant, isn't it?
It's actually. And
I only realized this now. And basically.
So there goes your entire fan base.
Can you cut this?
I probably will. That's funny.
Actually, I do have a PVC dish here right now, which looks a bit like Pingu, like penguin.
You know Pingu?
Oh, no.
You don't know Pingu?
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
No.
No!
No.
I'm sorry.
Culture!
So where are we going?
What is Pingu? Wait, what is
Yeah.
it? It's a little penguin, apparently.
Pingu, it's
culture. From I think it's
But is it like a
originally
video
from
game?
Switzerland. No, it's like a children's clay animation. For a couple of.
I'll Google it when I go home because I hate to
and
not.
it's brilliant.
Jeez, I've learned so much today.
Pingu.
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 Okay.
Pingu. And then Swedish version.
Okay.
And then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then, did your family find it a bit odd that you were in search of what is that weird noise that you heard in a Richard Chamberlain film?
Well, actually, my brother was also in the noise, but I was the one like actually pursuing like, okay, what can I do with this musically?
Okay.
And
but you really had no idea what it was when you heard it.
At that time it was like, wow, this sounds very spooky and haunting and cool and everything. What is it? It was not. It was nowhere in the movie is it visible, like what kind of instrument it is.
Okay.
So it was like for me as a kid, it was like, who's doing this?
So apparently it's a film from.
Yes, it's
an
I
older
think
film.
it's 1976 or something.
Do you know the name of the film?
I forgot. I know it's. I think it's a film with Richard Chamberlain.
Richard Chamberlain. I will Google it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Richard Chamberlain, Aboriginal.